Well, hello and good evening, and welcome everybody to the beginning of a whole new podcast. This is our new Firefly podcast, and I just did the banner just in time. Aren't you impressed?
I am impressed, actually, that you pulled that all up in one week.
I had to pull it all together. And Firefly Season 1, Episode 1, Serenity, first aired back in 2002. But here in 2026 on Live Long and Podcast, we're just getting started. Whether you're joining us live on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, or catching the audio version wherever you get your podcasts, our mission to watch every episode of Firefly begins. One salvage job, one double cross, and one alliance-sized problem at a time. This is your captain speaking, and unlike certain passengers on Serenity, well, maybe I'm not the captain actually tonight. We'll get to that. I promise not to pull a gun on anyone mid-flight. I'm your host, Dave Mader. And we have a great panel here to break down Firefly, starting with this episode that's kind of episode 11, kind of episode 1. Who the hell knows? She has stepped up tonight in true brown coat fashion, pulling screenshots, steering the ship, and demanding the respect she deserves. She's tuned into every emotional beat, every hidden detail, at every moment where the crew's trust is tested. When chaos hits black and the story needs a steady hand, she's the one keeping us flying. It's Captain Heather Narduzzi.
That's right. Thank you. Hello, I am the captain. I told the fellas that if I was going to pull the screenshots for tonight, I would be showered with effusive praise at the top of the podcast, and everybody has to call me captain for the rest of this series. So hello, everybody.
Aye, Captain.
We gotta do this for all
also, rhododendrons are blooming. Yay!
Well, that's good news.
Yes,
I was
and
really worried.
bringing it here, he's the man who pitched this show as our next podcast. He's the engineer's chair tonight, questioning every tactical choice, the salvage op, the botched deal with Badger, the standoff with Patience, and whether Mal should have spotted Dobson's alliance stink from a mile away. If there's a flaw in the plan, he's calling it out. It's Jody Simpson.
Well, thank you, Dave. That was a nice intro, and bravo to you for getting all this together this quickly, because literally it was a spur of the moment thing. So good for you. And,
Yes, and I was
we appreciate it.
I was pulling together that intro video mere seconds before we went on the air here. So it's not maybe my best work, but
And I think we should probably make it very clear to everybody that's watching that we are not doing this in air date order. We're doing this in the proper order that
correct.
The showrunners and everybody.
Right. We're talking about Serenity, which is kind of the original pilot, or I guess is the original pilot, but it didn't air first. It aired 11th in the order of this one season show. So,
I wonder why the show didn't get picked up.
But we're starting here because that's what they told us to do. Also with us, he's tuned into the moral dilemmas, Mal's code, Simon's impossible choice, Book's quiet wisdom, and the ethics of living outside the law. When survival clashes with principle, he's got thoughts. It's Kevin Millard.
I'm also the man who's now watched 25% of the show because I didn't know which episode to watch.
Yes, well, you're well studied then, at least. And
well, the good news is you don't have to watch certain ones now.
That's right.
So I guess
anyway, we all
next week we'll watch the real episode 1 or the fake episode 1, depending on how you want to look at it.
Train job,
which is the train job, which is kind of episode 2. I don't know what the hell to make of this show. Of course,
3, but yeah.
We also have with us, he's the one following the money, the motives, the criminal economics on the frontier, Badger's refusal, Patience double cross, and the cost of staying independent in a world run by the Alliance. If someone's hiding the real story, he's already found the leak. It's Adam Woodward.
Hey guys, I'm who's watched this show before of the 4 of us?
I have. Yeah.
Oh, there's 5 of us.
Oh, is Jeff not okay? Jeff's not here.
No,
Yeah, but there's still 5.
There's
of
still
us
5
that are
here, though.
Oh yeah, there's Kevin. He's the
You
old dark.
count as well.
You count as one as well, Adam.
That's right.
This is getting
Long day,
this is
Dave. I
starting really well.
sympathize with your day.
Oh, I can relate.
really
Trust
well.
me, it was a long day for me too. If I look a little tired, it's because I am, but I'm doing my best here. Yes, and we were talking. We're starting this Firefly podcast, and yesterday we're like, "What show are we watching here?" And then we said, "Oh, it should be Serenity." This is the first episode overall, sort of, as we mentioned, aired 11th. It aired on December 20th, 2002, and the show debuted in September of 2002. So this take what you want from that.
What?
I get that this feels like a 2-hour pilot in a lot of ways. I don't know how much got changed. So I'm good with it. But I've only watched.
It was shot as a pilot. Like, this was the pilot episode. They just didn't.
Yeah.
Correctly.
I've only watched a couple episodes because I made Jane watch Babylon 5 a couple times, and then I was forced to watch Firefly as retaliation. So
one's better than the other, Dave.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, no, we know. Anyway.
But like I enjoyed it in a lot of ways. There's a lot to like about this show so far. It's I always heard about it. It's this 1-season show. It's pretty good. It's space western more than science fiction for sure.
Which is funny on how we rag on all the cowboy episodes in Star Trek, but yet we're about to watch a series which is literally all like that.
Yeah, I guess it also depends like how much you like westerns, whether they're in space or not. Could affect your ability on how much you like this. I've never been a western guy, but I've enjoyed things like The Mandalorian and whatever that are sort of in this space western kind of style. Even a couple episodes of Star Trek, of course, are definitely in this style. This rickety crew of mercenaries and I don't know, just people sort of on the run. It's kind of an interesting premise. And what a cast too. A lot of these actors went on, of course, to do big things after this. And there was a few of them I couldn't quite play. I'm like, I know that person, but I don't know from what. I kept doing that throughout. But Jody, I guess you're our Firefly expert, right? On the panel.
I'm no expert. I'm no expert.
Yeah,
at all.
but he's not the captain.
But I'm not the captain.
Not the captain. No.
I can't go on your orders, Dave. I have to follow somebody else right now.
Of course, we follow the captain.
Right.
I'm just renting the shuttle, really. That's next door. And doing whatever. So
does that make you?
He's the whore for sure.
I'm the ambassador. I am the companion ambassador,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to talk all about it. So I don't know. Heather, I'm curious really to get your take on the show. I know you're watching it for the first time, right? So I kind of want to start with you.
I'm not super into it yet. If I was not watching it for the podcast, I don't think I would watch the rest of it. It's just the start of it. I had to go on Wikipedia to find out why there was a battle at the start, and 6 years later, that wasn't explained at all. Maybe it's the hindsight of knowing Joss Whedon is a creepy, gross
That's true.
guy.
I agree. Yeah.
But it's very male gazy to me, which is a lot of what I didn't like about Enterprise.
Right.
And 2 of the 3 main women characters are seen in the nude already in the pilot.
Yeah.
And Mal is I do see, I don't want to be entirely negative because I do see a lot of glimpses of fun in it. And I know it is a beloved show. So I'm going to reserve yes, that is true. Dave is the hoe. The captain has spoken.
To pass the pilot, and it
does lighten up more. Yeah, that's for sure.
So this is it. I'm going to reserve my judgment till we've watched all of it. And some of the shows that I love very much are not, the pilot's not indicative of how great they go on to be,
The pilot for Enterprise was good though.
We can talk about that another day.
Well, we already talked about it.
Well, you were again. Well, we can have a revisit. Joining us, is now Jeff Meter. Coming in. Jeff, you watched the right episode, right?
The 1.5 hour long one.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched it.
You watched it. Okay. Well, then we all did the required reading, which is good. We're kind of just going around. Heather was giving her a take on the show. Jeff, you've never watched this either, right?
No, Amanda loves it though, and she wants to watch it together, but we haven't. I watched this one without her, so we're gonna watch the rest of them together. But
okay. And what you think so far?
I feel like all I could think of was this is like someone's fantasy of like what the Millennium Falcon did, when it wasn't the Star Wars story. Like, it's very much like Han Solo. Like, Nathan Fillion is very much the Han Solo character. And everyone else is kind of like, like they're his crew and they're a bunch of smugglers. And I don't know, I get a very Star Warsy vibe off the show. But a more realistic, kind of little grittier version of Star Wars, which I actually kind of appreciate. So I kind of see why people like it. It's not I don't gravitate toward it, but like I'm sure there's some good storytelling that they could do.
Okay, yeah, and we'll only get this one season, and then they'll cancel it. And I guess there's a movie that comes after that.
Worldmind says, I'm surprised you all went this long without seeing the show. Me too, honestly. And every time I would do like a nerdy trivia kind of thing, this would come up and I'd be like, oh no, big hole in my nerd knowledge.
I always avoided it because I'm like, it's only one season. Why would I invest myself? That was always sort of my thought process on it. Kevin, how about you? What did you think so far?
I don't really know. It's like I assume every episode is going to be like a new heist. I don't think we're going to get.
There is something.
Well, it doesn't seem to me like we're going to get, let's say, great storytelling in this. It seems more like just sort of fun. You got to remember, I watched another episode as well.
Right,
and
you're more knowledgeable on this.
Well, no, but it just seems to me that, like I said, I think it's going to be like a fun watch. It doesn't really. It made me want to watch Young Guns again.
Makes you want to watch Young Guns.
That's a good movie.
And
I want to watch Breaking Bad because of the slide guitar stings in the intro in and out music.
There was a lot of slide guitars for sure. Yeah. And Adam, I guess, is the other person, on the panel. Jody, I know, knows all about the show, so I'm kind of.
I don't know all about the show.
You're the expert, Jody.
I watched this when it was on the TV last. Like it was.
You're Mr. Firefly.
No, I'm not. But anyway.
That's what they call him, Mr. Firefly.
Yeah, but it's not for that reason.
Adam, what do you think?
I watched Farscape. I'm sorry.
I watched Farscape too, and this is.
I'm just kidding. I did watch this. It was a very long, like 90 minutes. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of like the Western stuff. But I mean, listen, I can push past a pilot, and we'll see what's going to happen. But I'll save my comments from here on. But I agree with Heather. That opening scene, like, kind of cool. But what the heck? I mean, at least she looked it up. I did not look it up. I have no idea.
It was just supposed to show basically the relationship between the two leads, and because I can't remember her name in real life, but
the first officer.
Yeah, the first officer, basically.
Zoe's
in the show. Yeah,
but what,
Gina something. I think.
Gina Torres.
It seemed like it was an important scene. It deserved an explanation.
I agree. I think it would be better to know what's going on, but I think in a way it's kind of nice that they didn't, because I get to see the fact that they're. Well, that's fine. You don't have to agree, even though I'm right. But the thing that I got from it, and I do agree. I think there should be some more context. I think we could have easily stripped out some of the later parts of this episode and expanded on that part a little bit more, for sure. But
yeah, well, I think if they had aired this first as they intended, they maybe would have edited it differently, right?
Maybe,
because I'm very confused on how this is now at like episode 11, where you're bringing on this priest character and this doctor character and Summer Glau. So are they just not in the show up until this point?
Who?
Like those characters, those like the doctor, the priest, and the priest and the doctor's sister.
Yeah, like if this aired in,
so that's the problem. When they aired it, they aired the second episode, which they were already there. So you don't anything to do with her.
So if you watch this in the order that they intended, or they released them in
order,
the aired order, these characters would already be there.
Yes. and that was part of the problem that they had. This series was jeopardized from day one. Like,
Yeah, I wonder why it got canceled.
Yeah.
well, because nobody knew what the fuck was going on. So
I don't know.
tuned into a pilot, which you'd think would be a pilot, but it's like in the middle of the story.
Yeah, I was confused the whole like I'm like this is weird. Like
But
they're
the
not
one thing-
introducing anything.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is what Worldmind actually said in the comments, which is that oh, sorry, that's not the right comment. Where's the other one? This one. So he says it's basically it's a blow by scene that they start explaining more in the series as it goes on, which is
It's
true
the first scene. So,
Yes.
well, kind of, right?
But what do you get from that scene? You get from the fact that he has commodity with people. He has a good sense of humor, even though he's in dire straits at some points. And on top of that, you see the command that he had, right? So he's an ex-military guy that fought in some sort of rebellion.
Yeah,
He still
like
got something out of it. But
I think about like the pilot of like either Deep Space Nine or Voyager, where there's like that crawl at the beginning where they kind of set up like the Maquis are this group, and like to some
Voyager.
they are heroes, to others they're outlaws, and then we kind of like get into like the action. And I feel like that's probably what this needs is like there's a war here between the Alliance and whoever Nathan Fillion is fighting for in this beginning scene.
But also like why are they Western?
Well, it's not that they're really Western. It's just like this. So the one thing they don't really explain in this show either at the beginning. Oh, did I just lose you guys? Oh,
No, you're here.
there we go.
No,
we got
we're
you.
here.
Okay, we're back. All right. Anyway,
left.
yeah, no. Well, I thought I did, but anyway, but yeah, no. Like it. Yes, it is, but it's also supposed to show. And the one thing that they don't explain to you at all in this thing. Yeah, I know that old one. But anyway, is that you have this camaraderie between these guys, but the Western part of it, like this takes place in 2517, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But they didn't tell you that in this episode at all. Like you have no idea what time frame this is in. So in a way, I think this was jeopardized to begin with, but and as actually offline Worldmind said is that basically like they jeopardized this from day one. Like the promo was done by Smash Mouth, the band Smash Mouth.
They were big in 2002.
Yeah, but this is but like why?
Listen,
like,
you know who else was promoted by Smash Mouth? Shrek, and Shrek did just fine.
That's true.
Yeah, like
scared of Shrek.
Anyway, but like I do kind of like the concept of like this ragtag crew, like and it's a lot of people too, actually, for like a small little ship.
A lot of people, yeah.
There's a lot of characters, but I guess that's also a good thing in a way because this is picking up a year after Enterprise debuts, right? So it's almost competing head to head with Enterprise at this time.
Oh yeah, Enterprise was there.
and doing something very different. At least for one season.
Enterprise was on UPN. This was on Fox.
It was on Fox. Yeah. So like I think I could have gotten into it at the time if I had watched it, potentially. Just with the concept there. But and then there's the Joss Whedon of it all, which is, something I think we're the shadow. But
then what we know now.
Right. Well, I'm not
What's wrong with Joss Whedon?
he's got scandals.
He's a creep. He's a sex
He's a
pest.
creepy.
He's
Yeah.
gross.
Everybody
I didn't
is.
know.
It's just too hard to.
But
keep
everybody
up with
is
how
in
many
Hollywood
there are.
Yeah, I
nowadays.
mean, isn't that Hollywood in general? I mean,
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah, I guess.
But it's not
like,
well.
he also made the Avengers and Buffy the Vampire Slayers and some other things. I don't know. So
Yep.
they're out there. Anyway, so anything else before we jump into screenshots? There's 1,000 of them, everyone. So
Well,
get
we're
ready.
dealing with double episode, right?
can I
A
say
1,000 of the greatest screenshots you'll ever see.
Ever
I
see?
bet they're amazing.
I would like to point out that the cast of this show is fantastic. Like all these
Yes, they are.
people, almost all of them went on to have big careers.
Yeah.
And they're all like, this is all like their not first roles, but like one
This
of
is their
first.
role that got them on the map. Yeah.
Yeah, like Marina Baccarin here as the companion lady, and of course Alan Tudyk. I don't know. He went on to do a bunch of stuff, right?
Well, Summer
Tudyk.
Gao
Yeah,
was
he's
in
great.
the
Tudyk
Terminator.
is like does every
Terminator
Disney
show.
movie.
Right.
Yeah, Tudyk does
Um,
1,000 voices. Like the guy does everything.
I kept looking at Adam Baldwin, trying to figure out where I knew him from. in this. And Jeff, you remember The Patriot with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
He was like that one like British. He was like, I'm with the British, and then they're like, he's like, and then like Jason Isaacs is like, burn them all down. And he's like, but it's not nice to burn everyone down, but he does it anyway.
As one does.
He was that guy. And
He was also in Full Metal Jacket, and if you remember that,
right,
the overweight guy who killed himself in the end, or in the middle,
That's not him.
It is.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Well, he was.
That was Vincent
D'Onofrio
D'Onofrio.
That's
in Full
Vincent
Metal
D'Onofrio.
Jacket.
Adam,
That was Vincent
that's Vincent
D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio. Adam Baldwin was in Full Metal Jacket.
He was in Full Metal Jacket, but he wasn't that guy.
He was.
that guy?
He was Animal Mother.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll leave it.
At this time, Vincent D'Onofrio would be doing Law and Order, Criminal Intent.
probably.
And,
Yeah,
and the
that's
Men in
probably
Black movie, probably. Oh, no,
Yeah.
that came before that.
Right before.
That was end of 90s, yeah.
right. Ron Glass, who plays the pastor. I know him from somewhere
He's
too.
very familiar. He's
He's
been
been
in
in
a
a lot of
lot of stuff. I
Yeah.
feel like
He passed a couple years ago, actually.
Yeah, but almost 10 now.
Yeah.
Anyway, but some great, and actually Jules State also, who plays this Kaylee character, like the mechanic, I guess, Canadian.
Yes.
I know her from a bunch of Canadian shows and things like that.
Up in
I've seen her-
Vancouver.
right?
nice.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know, great cast, interesting premise. Not necessarily the best narrative delivery. It being Western, kind of weird that they're all using just bullets and holsters, and I think even their table inside the spaceship is just made of wood, and it feels like they're just eating on like a farm somewhere. But
And the other thing I found a bit weird about it's kind of Western, but kind of not. Yeah, sometimes we go on tangents, Stargazer. For
There is
sure.
some tangents, yes. Sorry.
That it's like some of them speak with a slightly Western accent, and some of them don't, and some of them do sometimes and not other times. Like Zoe will just throw in an ain't here and there, and otherwise there's no trace of it.
Yeah.
I find that
And the name Patience, like that is seriously
very Western.
yeah.
And every planet looks like California, which also kind of ties into the Westerns.
Dave, we're already far into this. We better get
All right. Well, screenshot it up
That's
here.
however, we do have to ask Captain Narduzzi if it's okay, if we can move on.
Hit it.
All right.
All right, we're hitting it. All right, we start off with the battle that has no context. We just see a war going on. This is one of the best screenshots we got. It's fire everywhere. Let's see, this is a pretty good one. This kind of really demonstrates the carnage. We see some of these ships flying overhead, and it's hard to kind of follow who's with who. We meet Nathan Fillion, who I know from being a famous actor. So he shows up here, and he's in the battle, and people are dying, and we meet Zoe as well along the way here, right? And anyway, eventually he takes control of the situation, and he has to go use those big guns, right, on the other ship that's attacking. He kisses his dog tag too. I wonder if there's a context for that. But yeah, him and Zoe fighting. Blah, blah, blah. What do we got here? He gets the big Gatling gun thing here.
And he takes down a ship,
Anti-aircraft
but then he
gun.
realized that
And he
the
shoots
ship
at
was gonna
it, and
crash.
he blows it up, and takes down a ship. Crashes into him, and then there's this guy who's all scared he's gonna die. He's like, we can't die. We're too pretty to die," which was kind of funny.
That's true.
Um,
For one of them.
yeah, but that guy, he was not pretty enough to live. That
Nope.
guy right there.
Nope.
Anyway, and then they say, "Oh, well, because it seems like they've kind of won the battle," but then Zoe says, "Oh, our backups aren't coming. They're, they say it's too hot," and we see that the whole planet here, I guess, gets bombarded by whoever it is they're fighting. I guess the Alliance. And there's just this kind of shock that comes in. So we go to our 6 years later, and we're in this salvage yard, or salvage of a ship. We meet Nathan Fillion once again. He's here now with Adam Baldwin's character, also known as Jane. They're, I don't know, they use this kind of like welding fluid stuff to get into the compartment. Meanwhile, you got Alan Tudyk, who is the pilot of the ship. His character is named Wash or Washburn. He's also the husband of Zoe, the first officer, it seems. And he says, there's an Alliance ship or cruiser coming, and so they all kind of have to hide here. Oh, he plays with his dinosaurs first. I forgot about the dinosaurs.
Yeah, you have to show the dinosaurs because he's whimsical.
He's whimsical and he plays with toys, and he's not very serious about his job.
Worldmind says, my favorite aspect of this show is how silent and muted everything is out in space. That's something I noticed about For All Mankind as well, and really liked it. Like there's all the background noise, ambient noise, and then it cuts to space and it's dead silent. I do like that.
Well,
yeah,
no one
absolutely.
can hear you scream there, you know.
And when the cruiser shows up, they have to make their ship quiet. So they're hoping not to get detected. We see them have to power down their engine core and hope they don't get spotted here. But as we meet the Alliance cruiser, the IAV Dortmunder, which looks pretty big and scary, green. We meet these Alliance soldiers who have very fancy hats. This feels very Star Wars-y to me. This felt like Empire sort of uniforms. Yeah. There you go. Anyway, so they're hiding here from the cruiser. I guess they'll get arrested if the Alliance people find them here.
Yeah, because they're illegally salvaging a ship that's drifting in space.
Right, that's not allowed.
Nope.
So they know that they're here, but then they're able to kind of get them away by using a fake distress call beacon here, the crying baby,
which they call a crybaby.
Just a second, I have a question. Are they humans? These are meant to be humans, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. Are there?
Jody's Mr. Firefly.
They do say
I'm
that.
not
They
Mr.
say
Firefly.
they did say that they had expanded and into space or something because Earth fell apart again.
Yeah.
Remember?
Okay.
It's a typical Earth is broken, so now we must go out.
Does this show have aliens, Mr. Firefly?
I guess you'll find out.
Okay, I guess we'll find out.
That means yes.
Those hats are almost like Starship Troopers type berets.
So
Very
much
much.
Starship Trooper vibes. Even the first scene is so Starship Troopers.
I think that was very intentional because this show debuted 4 or 5 years after Starship Troopers came out.
Starship Troopers came out in like 95, I want to say. So this is like 7 years later, I guess.
Yeah.
Around there. Cool fact from Stargazer Fish: the dinosaur scene was taken from Alan Tudyk's audition tape for the show.
There you go.
Cool.
Starship Troopers 1997.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. I was
Okay,
working
so
for a
it's
video store when that came out.
5 years later.
Yep.
Anyway, so they managed to fool the cruiser to go after the distress call, and that gives them time to escape. And they weren't specifically identified, other than they were a Firefly class ship. So the authorities have been warned to a certain extent, but not too specifically. And then they look through the loot that they got here. I don't know if I have a shot of it, but they go through the loot and they figure out that the loot is marked, like marked bills or something, and it's traceable. So they're not sure what to do with it. And then we get our title sequence for the show,
Which is a terrible title.
Terrible.
Joss Whedon wrote the song.
I saw that.
That
You
show.
should stick to script writing.
I will say, out of everything to criticize about this show, I think probably the intro is probably the worst part of it. The credits.
Yeah,
I really hate this credit sequence.
And it's before they shows learn you don't need to have pictures and show everyone's signature. You don't need to do this. Just have a title screen and move on.
Yeah.
I like intro sequences, but this isn't a great one. But But you're right, Jeff. That this a couple of years after this, that will just become the standard. It will just be like boom, Firefly, and they would just get into
Lost.
the show.
Lost is
Lost.
long after
I guess
this.
I
Lost
love it.
starts 2 years after this.
Yeah, Lost isn't even out yet, but Lost kind of really started that trend, didn't they? In like main
I
shows.
wish we were watching Lost.
No, I don't.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Lost was a convoluted fucking mess.
Anyway, yeah, they're going through the car.
We have to go back.
Oh, there goes Dave.
Dave's gone.
Dave's gone.
Dave.
You know what?
Hey, I'm the captain. Let's watch Lost.
That's all right.
He's back. Give him a second. Something happened.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah.
Crashed.
Ugh.
All right, Dave. Where you left off?
We're watching Lost now. The captain has spoken.
Yeah, we're watching Lost now.
If we're
Dave,
watching
get on
Lost,
board.
I'm not doing it. I'm just letting.
Lost is good, but you know.
No, Lost was good for 2 seasons.
That's
Actually-
about how far I
actually-
made it.
I actually like season 5 is my favorite season of Lost.
Ugh.
Season 3 is what hooked me. So
Yeah.
I watched season 3 before I watched
It's
season 1 and
such a
2.
fucking mess. That show.
Season 6 is great. It's not great, but it's okay.
It
Season
just
6
feels
the
like
last
they
season.
literally wrote a bunch of storylines and then decided to throw it at the wall and see what stuck.
And that's what that show should be. But anyway, we're
Yeah,
not here to talk about that show.
We're tired to talk about Firefly.
Yes.
Anyways, they're trying to figure out like what they're gonna do with the cargo, right? They have to go get some stowaways or
They have tainted money, basically. So they have money that's been marked, essentially. But turns out it's not money. But anyway,
because it's just food
it's food. But food
and,
is,
and medicine and some other stuff,
food is a
right?
currency, basically. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I don't remember the details of every conversation here. Everyone, okay.
Oh, they're
this
just
is
basically
where-
saying, yeah,
I
they don't
think
want to
that
get caught.
part is where we find out that Zoe and Wash are married or together.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they do like a little flirting, and then he says something about how, like, he makes some sort of comment about how she always answers to the captain, and she's like, "Yeah, he's my captain." And then he comes in and she straightens up. I
Right.
remember that.
Yeah, and he basically
And
just
then
said,
this.
"Well, I'm just the husband."
Right.
Yeah.
Then
Right,
I,
right.
then we meet the Marina Baccarin's character, whose name is Inara.
Nara.
She's having her some times with a guy here. Got her hourglass.
She's
Huh?
seeing a client, Dave.
Yeah, she's on the
seeing a
clock.
client. She's on the clock.
She's working.
She's a working girl. And I guess the time runs out, and then this guy's like madly in love with her, and she's like has to let him down, sort of thing. And
Well, there's even a line later on where she's talking to Jules' character. Can't remember her name. But anyway, and she's like, "Yeah, well, how many fell in love with this time?" She's like,
Just
"Oh,
one."
only one."
So
Yeah.
does she has a shuttle that she brings, like goes down to the
Yeah.
planet?
So she has a shuttle that docks in with the ship.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
and
And
she rents
she
it.
rents it. She rents it from him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's their like away shuttle, basically. But
Do they have two of them? Do they have one on the other side?
no, not
Oh.
that I remember anyway. But maybe I don't know.
Oh, you're Mr. Firefly.
I am not. It's been
So-
ages.
Anyway,
I don't
so
remember any aliens either. So
yeah, we see her. She has to. She does some communicating here with Alan Tudyk's character, and then she flies the ship herself. So she seems to be a pilot.
see,
As well.
World Mind has us. Yes, they do have two.
I think
Oh.
World Mine is the Firefly guy.
It does.
He's
sound like
Mr.
that.
Firefly.
Why is he not on this?
I don't know. Anyway, so then we go to Persephone, which is this other planet that I guess Marina Baccarin's character was on, and they have to come down here. They're going to try to, because I guess they're meeting their original client, I guess, which is Mark Shepard, who shows up here. I guess Jules Straight's character is put in charge of like finding some passengers to like get on there so they have some money.
Yeah, well, they're trying to fund fueling it and all that.
Fund their thing. And then we meet Book, who is a shepherd, which is the equivalent of a pastor. Daryl Book, a shepherd. Book has profound.
He's looking for some transportation.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like there's more to this guy's backstory than we know
Oh, there's a lot more
so
to it.
far. But
Mhm.
yeah, he might be one of the more interesting characters for me. And then we get the meeting here with Nathan Fillion and Mark Shepard, who This guy's on every friggin' science fiction franchise. Mark
It's
Sheppard.
true. He really is.
You know, Supernatural being, of course, his most famous is Crowley, but he was on Voyager. He was Icheb's dad.
He was on Battlestar.
He was on Battlestar, very notably, and a bunch of other things. At least one other thing I can think of.
He probably wasn't on Babylon 5 though, because that sucks.
He might have been.
He probably was, yeah.
Was he on Babylon 5? I don't know if he was. I don't think he was.
Nobody's watched it except you, Dave. So nobody.
Other
knows.
people have. I've talked to other people about it. They've
You're
seen
the
it.
Babylon 5 expert, Dave.
You can call me Mr.
Mr.
Babylon
Babylon.
5 if you
Mr.
want.
No, you want it too much.
Yeah,
Mr.
you want it too
Five
much,
is
so we're not
nasty.
gonna do it.
He's been on like Doctor Who. He's been
He was on
like
Doctor Who.
X-Files.
Oh, he was on Doctor Who. X-Files.
Yeah.
Maybe he was on Babylon 5. Look it up, Jeff.
No, he wasn't.
No. Mark Sheppard.
He has standards.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
He
he
read the
seems to
script.
be. He's
and he
wearing some
said-
fake teeth in this scene too, which I thought was
Look,
fun.
they predicted E-Ink before E-Ink happened.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, so he doesn't want to buy Nathan Fillion's crap here, the tainted goods. His little apple peeler thing.
Dave, you got a friend in the chat.
B5 for life. That's right. Jim the Casual. He knows what's up. It's B5. That's right. So then they have to get out of there, or are they just allowed to leave? Mark Sheppard tells them to buzz off. He's not paying for their stuff.
Yeah, he's not going to buy it because it's tainted. And
It's tainted. It's too much risk.
he
and
knows
blah,
he's
blah,
going to
blah.
get caught. Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. Go figure it out, Nathan Fillion. And he's like, okay. Then Book meets Kaylee, who I guess is out here in front of the Firefly ship, the Serenity, by the way.
She's
it's
one of my
called.
favorite characters on this show.
Yeah, she's only 20 years old here. I looked it up.
She's a young lady. Yeah.
Yeah, and she seems to be the ship's mechanic and goodwill ambassador, I suppose.
She's the happiest one on the ship.
And she reads book like a book. She's like, you know ships, and you're looking for the right one to go on, and everything
I think
else.
that's part of her sales pitch, though.
Yeah, so she kind of recruits him to come aboard. Sometime later, then we got Nathan Fillion talking to Zoe and Adam Baldwin's character. And Adam Baldwin, I guess, is the muscle. He's like the muscle of the ship, or he's like the security guy.
That's the one name you should know, Dave.
Jane. Yes.
Jane Cobb.
Brother Jane. Yeah, they're like, oh, let's go sell it to patients. Like that. So they're, but patients tried to kill Nathan Fillion last time. They don't think it's a good idea, but he's like, it's the best option of where we can go to sell what we have. We then meet the doctor, who is played by Sean Mayer. Simon Tam is this surgeon who comes aboard. He's like a country doctor, everyone, with a vest.
Dave,
and
everybody who's ever watched Babylon 5 apparently is watching this show right now.
you see, everyone, you see that the
There's
Babylon
at least
5
two people that like it, other than Dave.
Everyone, that as well be 10,000 people who just stood up and said, "We
Let's
love
not go that
Babylon
far.
5."
So anyway.
But Jeff, we got Ringo Starr here, or maybe he's John Lennon. He's
more. I get more of a Daredevil vibe.
yeah,
Got
there's
that Daredevil vibe, yeah.
actually like Ben Affleck Daredevil, which came out around this time, so maybe a year after this. Anyway, so they got the passengers. They have to keep their new passengers away from their secret cargo, so that's one thing that they're kind of worried about getting around here.
Dave, I guess I know this is off track, but I just think it's so funny that WorldMind is still trying to sell that Trivial Debates of Babylon 5 in the chat.
Oh, is that what he's doing now?
Hey Jim, do you want to be on Trivial Debates Babylon 5?
Babylon 5 trivia.
It's so hard to get three people who like that show.
I love it.
Anyway, let's not crush Dave completely here. I think Dave might be dead. Dave's dead.
He's abandoned us
He's gone to watch Babylon 5
for
again.
all our Babylon 5 sass.
That's what he looks like when he watches Babylon 5. He's very
All right. Well, we'll take this time while we're waiting for Dave to reconnect again. Jim says,
we like to tease Dave that
what am I missing
nobody
here?
except him watches Babylon 5.
So we have a sister show called Trivial Debates run by WorldMind right now. He's the showrunner. And he's been trying to get an episode of Trivial Debates going for forever for Babylon 5.
12 years.
The running joke now is that like it has
Feels
been
like
12
months.
years. Give me a break. It's been months. But anyway, and he's had very little luck finding 3 people. So if you happen to be available and you're willing to be on camera, then you let us know.
Yeah, he's got in a half. Maybe someone's like, yeah, maybe.
He says
Never.
9 months. It's been 9 months he's been trying to get 3 people.
Don't worry, nobody's going to watch a Babylon 5 trivia either. So it's
No,
fine.
it's fine. Actually, there's probably more likely that we'll probably triple the viewership of Babylon 5 just by having that.
100%.
Jim says challenge accepted.
Oh, there you go. We'll have to get you in
Alright,
contact
alright.
with Worldmind then. So, Worldmind,
Oh, who's gonna make
drop
up
your
the
email
question?
address. So,
Who would have thought
Jim can jump on
Firefly
there for you.
our Firefly podcast would turn into a Babylon 5 recruiting podcast?
Well, Dave's gone. Nope, Dave's back now. He's having a lot of issues today.
Yes,
It's
and
just been a
computer
day
ones.
for him.
I blame Adam.
You blame Adam? Yeah, I blame Adam too.
I took us on a tangerine. I know. I'm sorry.
A tangerine.
All right, where were we? Here?
Right there. Yep. Don't worry,
Okay.
we filled in while you were gone.
Good. Yes. Anyway, they're worried about here. Marina Baccarin, she shows up and docks with the ship, and they're all aboard, and they're going on their trip to wherever with their new passengers. There's this whole sequence here about the meals. Like, this is the dining hall, and oh yeah, this guy shows up too. We meet one of the other passengers, who's Ramon from Seinfeld, by the way. You remember Ramon?
I knew I recognized him. I couldn't spot it.
Ramon the pool boy.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Jerry's like, I gotta go now to see my Ramon.
Don't even get me started on Seinfeld. It's so overrated.
I'll get you
You know what's
started.
funny
Let's
is
not
that-
start on Seinfeld.
Do you know what's funny though is that this was rated number 40 top TV shows on IMDb of all time, and Seinfeld was number 43. So
Well, there
this
you go.
show beat Seinfeld. on
This
the
is
top
better than
rating.
Seinfeld. I don't
It-
know.
It beat it on the ratings of top TV shows. I was like, this is a 1-season show.
Yeah, Seinfeld was like the biggest sitcom of the '90s.
That just proves my point with Seinfeld. But anyway,
I suppose. Anyway, then we have this whole scene here that comes later where Marina Baccarin's character meets Book, the pastor, and this causes some conflict, I guess, because he's Mr. Religious and she's living in sin or whatever.
well, it didn't help that Mel says, "Oh no, she's a whore."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gross.
Yeah.
And even the characters seem to recognize that in the moment.
Well, that gets explained later in the series.
Well, of course, it's very obvious that they
it's
have
pretty
history
obvious, yeah.
due to all the meaningful, smoldering looks they give each other.
Yeah.
yeah. It was I was like, Mal's not a great guy, is he?
Ew.
But he likes him. He's a fan of him.
He's a fan of himself. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Just like
He's
me.
a-
I'm a fan of myself too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Then, we see what Book paid for his passage aboard the ship was. He gave
Yes. A rare
Kaylee-
commodity in this universe.
a strawberry.
Strawberries are hard to come by.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's
So his passage on the ship is one strawberry and she eats it and doesn't tell anybody else.
No,
Yes.
it's not just one strawberry, but
it looked like it was a box big enough for one strawberry.
no, there's
Yeah.
more than one in there. I'm sure.
I don't know. Then we get the dinner scene here where they're all eating around this table like they're at a ranch somewhere. It's even made of wood, like I was talking about. It's just interesting with the lanterns and everything else that they do here, like, in terms of like the set decoration. It's interesting. It doesn't feel very space-like, but it's space western, so I guess that's fit in the terms here.
But at least it's not like some sterilized environment that you normally see on spaceships in sci-fi stuff.
It's not that. You're right,
No.
Mr. Firefly.
I like that.
So,
I'm not
there's something that yeah, there's something that Adam Baldwin's character says during the scene that pisses off Nathan Fillion's character, and then he has to tell him to leave.
It
Is
was
it
something
anybody
disrespectful, but I don't remember what it was.
disrespectful towards? I can't remember who specifically it was, but
I don't remember either. But he said something obnoxious, and Mal was like, "Take it back or get off."
Get out, walk away from the table, or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he said something against Kaylee, particularly specifically.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, you
And-
know what it was? It was because she's like, "Oh yeah, no, we had this adventure or something like that," and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, we did all that. You were just back here on the ship." It was towards Tudyk.
Yeah,
He was making fun of Tudyk because Tudyk was back on the ship where they were trying to salvage all that stuff, right?
okay, whatever. Anyway, Nathan Fillion has to tell him to get out of there, and we feel like there's this conflict between Jane and Mal, right? Like that exists here. That seems to have like even by the end of the episode, he's like, "Were you going to turn on me?" He's like, "No, the money wasn't good enough. What the next time it is?" Well, then it gets interesting. So, interesting guy to have on your crew. And then we head over to Marina Baccarin, who's cleaning her back with a sponge bath.
She's known for her back, so
Yeah, I think that maybe this is Heather's comment about the very male gazy sort of thing, like eye candy on.
Can you
on
say
TV.
you have a problem seeing her half naked though? Come on.
No, I absolutely don't. It's the way that it's shown.
Remember in Enterprise when they were rubbing each
She's
other
just
down
sitting there with a sarong wrapped around her waist, sponging herself with a bowl.
Yes, and
I
then
believe
Book
that's called a
comes
horse
in and he's like, "Oh, I'm intruding." She's like, "Not at all," and she's very not shy.
Yeah, Stargazer
know.
says he doesn't see a problem here. Neither did I. It's fine.
How she must be so young here, like this.
She's like in her 20s at this point.
Yeah. Anyway,
Might even
there's
be, yeah. Actually.
this whole scene with her in Book's interesting a little bit. Like it was, I don't remember all the details, but I think they were talking about the captain and how much he sucked, right?
She would have been 22.
Yeah,
She's only
and
20.
He says like he seems to really how like he's like contradiction.
Yeah.
He is really protective of his crew, but he's also kind of a dick. You know, that kind of stuff. And we establish here that the shepherd has no problem with her. Like that first scene was
Projection.
not him. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
all
was,
now.
It wasn't him that was causing that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, then we see there's this the scene where Nathan Fillion's Mal is using the bathroom and I don't know, like the toilet comes out and then he exchanges it for a sink.
Yeah, and he just
That was
washes
pretty
his hand with just water. What the fuck, dude?
Hey, who can't afford
some
soap
soap.
in space westerns?
Use some
Come on.
soap. What's the point of dousing yourself with water after you held your pecker? Come on now.
I don't know. He does it.
Hygiene, people. Come on.
Yeah, so he's going on, and then did he get this distress call? Is this where they run into the Reavers? Is this part? Because there's a ship coming our way, and but it's weird, and it's got some weird readings, and what could that be? Oh no, this is when they find out that it's the signal. Someone sent a signal.
Yeah.
Someone like we have a spy on board. This is what this part is.
Yeah, and he literally
and-
walks up to him and punches him in the face.
right.
And then
This
he
is
starts
not.
asking questions.
Yeah, he's like he thinks it's the doctor because the doctor was near that crate with their loot in it, and then the priest guy is like, no, it's not the doctor, it's Ramon from Seinfeld, and he is not happy. He's the lawman. I guess he's like either a sheriff or something. He's here to arrest the doctor specifically and take him back as a fugitive.
He's an intelligence officer.
He's an intelligence officer,
Yeah, that's what I said.
He's a government agent of some sort.
like a secret, like a James Bond type. Is that what we're led to believe this guy's
Like
like?
an FBI agent.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, that was a bit hostile.
Yeah. I'm just asking clarifying questions here.
Yeah, like, come on. Slow down there.
But the gun's getting pointed here, and then I don't know, this whole standoff keeps going around and around on who's gonna do what. And I don't know, he shoots Kaylee, and then she's shot, and then they need the doctor's help.
Yeah.
And
He got an itchy trigger finger and doesn't.
and
know how
they
use
managed to
it.
knock out Ramon, and go from there. You know, they have to work out a deal with the doctor for his like services, I guess, to save her, because he's like, I won't save her unless you don't hand me over to the Alliance, etc., etc. So they have.
Well,
to
he is holding all the cards at this point, so yeah, it kind of makes sense.
They need his services, so he goes along with it. Get her to the bay. Nathan Fillion does have to be kind of convinced. What else here? They warp away. They have to start to treat her.
How do y'all feel about this starship, by the way? I like the design.
It's kind of ugly, honestly. You
don't like it?
You know, I like the interiors more than I like the exterior. But
Oh, really?
yeah, that's my thought.
It's a very utility ship.
Yeah, it's meant. I get it's not meant
It's
to
not
be
a pretty
like that.
ship. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like that's how I feel.
Fair enough.
So, anyway, it's kind of ugly. The interiors are nice. Anyway, Mr. Vampire starts working on her. They get her sort of in the clear. They don't know if she'll be better. Why was Adam Baldwin eavesdropping from the vent?
Because he doesn't trust the doctor.
Oh, he doesn't trust the doctor. Okay.
Yeah. He wants him dead. Because that's all Jane really is in this show, is just the guy who wants to kill everybody.
Yeah, then they finally open up the doctor's cargo, find out what it is. I thought it was their loot, but I guess it was his, and then it's Summer
Their
Glau.
loot's in the wall. Yeah.
Okay. Summer Glau naked inside of a tub of dry ice, I guess. And she was in some kind of stasis. And we find out
he was hovering because of Kaylee, which I guess
Okay.
makes sense, especially for later episodes.
what's his what Adam Baldwin is hovering because of Kaylee?
Yeah, he was worried about her.
Oh, okay.
Dave, you got to learn the characters' names.
It's the first
Yeah.
episode.
Don't pull a Jody.
If someone else wants to host, please.
Oh,
I thought Heather was, but anyway.
Everyone's like, who fucking cares? Stop asking questions.
I'm captain in name only.
I never said that. I welcome the question, Steve.
Well, Jody's the Firefly guy, so
I'm not the Firefly guy. Jesus. And of all of you, I've seen it.
Yeah, that's
can't
what makes you the
recall most
Firefly
of it.
guy.
I can't recall most of it.
Jim the Casual says major outlaw star vibes the first time I saw this scene. I don't know that one. Have any of you seen it?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Neither.
Then we get the scene where the doctor explains, no, she's not my future like mail order bride. She is my sister, and I'm saving her from something. And he gives all this exposition here.
Turns
and
out the Alliance wants her because she's super smart.
yeah, because he's super.
That we don't know about yet.
He's a smart doctor, but she's even more of a brain, and they want her brain, and they gave her some kind of injection, and she's very confused here or something. I think that's all I remember about it. Anybody, you know. I'm trying to make my way through 1,000 screenshots here. So
yeah, it's all pretty much the same thing. We find out a little bit more backstory as to why he's hiding her. Not much though. Basically, he's just hiding her because they want her because she's different.
And should they hand her over? Should they hand them both over? Do they want the law after them? All this debate that they have to have.
But this is where you learn more about Mal's character and how he isn't really that big of a dick. He's very protective, and he knows what he wants to do. Like he's always trying to keep in charge. And I don't think the character actually is that much of a dick. I think he came off as a dick originally, but
He's calling people whores and stuff. It's not the nicest thing, but you know,
it's not the nicest thing. But it's also 500 years in the future, so who knows?
Very progressive. And so then they want to get information out of the lawman, so they get Jane, to interrogate him, sort of scare him with his knife, and then he kind of gives him bad information. I don't know. I think the scene's supposed to be funny. I wasn't that amused by it, but
I thought it was funny.
The thing I liked about this scene is when he smacked him in the leg with the flat of the knife. Like that was menacing. That would scare me more than pointing it at me, just like casually smacking me on the leg with it.
I just like how he said he told me to get the information out of you. He didn't tell me how to do it.
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and he gives him fake information, but then he tries to bribe him. He's like, there could be money in this for you. He's like, does it mean I get to turn on the captain? And so there's like kind of this open question here whether or not Jane is going to turn on the crew, specifically on
Jane
Mal.
is always the wild card in the show, so
right.
This comes up a couple times.
Then we have the scene. This is where they detect this ship going by. They don't know what it is. It reads as an old ship. This is where they meet the Reavers, who are we don't see them, like see their ship, but we don't see them. We find out that they're very scary and they're very scared of them. And I think it's Zoe who has to explain to the Doctor that they are not just stories about these savages, like sort of on the outskirts of space, that they are everything you have heard.
They will rape you.
Yeah, it was a hard line to forget. They will rape us to death, eat our flesh, and then sew our skin into their clothes. And if we're lucky, really lucky, they'll do it in that order. I was like, line. What if we're unlucky? Explain to me the order that's unlucky.
Yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter. You're still unlucky.
Yeah. I would say
that was so disturbing to me, and I know it's meant to be disturbing, but it was a big jolt. And I just want to point out that Worldmind said in the chat, season, what was it? Sorry. From what I heard, a lot of the plots for season 2 would have really ruined this show. Yeah. And then he said season 2 would have had a storyline where Inara was raped by Reavers.
Ooh.
Oh, that would have
been.
I'm so glad that we didn't have to see that, because hearing that one line about it was bad enough.
It's kind of cringy, but also a very powerful line though when you think about it.
Well, you want to make the bad guys scary. It's mission accomplished. Yeah, like
yes, definitely mission accomplished with that one line.
It reminds me of the prequels for Star Wars, where we find out about the people who have Anakin's mom, and it's like, oh, Jesus,
the Sand People,
yeah, the Sand People.
Anyway, so they're worried about whether the Reavers are going to go, and they keep watching them.
And they're coming across them, and they're basically like, well, if we try to run away, they're going to chase us. So we'll just kind of hope they don't care about us.
Yeah, they have to. That's all they can really hope, is that they'll just kind of pass them by. Does Inara have like a suicide like thing on ready here? Like, is that what this is?
It's medication. I think I understood that she gets special medication because of her ambassador status. Is that right, Mr. Firefly?
Mr. Firefly?
I don't know.
Worldmind?
Yeah, tell us in the chat.
I can't remember.
Oh, Worldmind says it plays into this line where Inara mentions this injection she has. It's basically if you SA a companion, you die from an aggressive.
It's like
that's good. I'm glad she has that.
If you try to get me,
that she has that, then that's good.
Yeah, good thing to have on the ready. Anyway, there's this tense moment. Will the Reavers go by? Will they hold course? And they do. They don't seem to pay any attention. They clearly would have detected them, but they're just not hungry right now, we're told. So good luck. Then there's afterwards, Kaylee comes awake again, and she seems like she's going to die. Is this where her hand?
Even in this moment, she seems cheerful.
She's always cheerful. That seems to be her character.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Is this where her hand? She seems to almost die here, and then.
Well, and we think as the audience, we kind of, in a way, we think that that's happened, right?
Oh yeah, I thought she was dead.
Yeah.
And then, Nathan Fillion comes in. And Mal's like, "She's dead. Kaylee's dead. You dumb doctor. You suck." And then the doctor's all upset, and he runs away here, and he goes down. Is this where he tells him? I think this may be where he tells him. I don't know.
I knew she wasn't because I saw episode 11.
Right.
She is in it.
So so the doctor runs down here, and then he sees that she's fine, and she's not only
She smiles and waves at him too.
She smiles and waves at him, and then we cut to Mal and Zoe and Wash and Jane all laughing, like. And then I told them she was dead. And then
So,
they're like,
why is it supposed to be funny that he told them that she was dead? Is it because he's like a prankster and playing jokes, or?
Yes.
Well, he also told the doctor he was going to
told the
jettison
doctor,
him into space if she died.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he's
Oh, I see.
right.
I
So
get
maybe
that.
just to really, get him going here.
I think it was really just to show us that he isn't actually that much of a prick. He's a jokester. Yeah.
I think that's kind of a prick move.
Oh, it's a total prick move. And if you listen to the dialogue, it
it's
first
just a joke.
says
It's just you take it.
It's not airlocking prick level. It's more just like making you think somebody's dead. Like one of your patients
But the
is dead.
dialogue is great because the dialogue first says, the doctor says, "Oh my God, that was diabolical," and then Tudyk says it right after, and he goes, "Oh, that was so diabolical," and they're all laughing. So I thought it was a neat play.
Yeah. Then we get this communication here with Patience, who is the buyer that Nathan or Mal and the crew are hoping to sell their merchandise to. And she says, "Fine, come on down and sell your stuff." And the whole crew's like, "Oh yeah, this is a trap."
Yeah,
She didn't even negotiate. Like she's totally going to try to kill you and take the stuff. But Nathan or Mal doesn't care. He's like, "Well, this is our only buyer."
At this point, we think this is currency, right? Like we think this
Right.
is like gold.
He's selling like
bars
silver
platinum
or something, or
It's like go press platinum or something. Yeah.
right. But we have to go into this even though it's a trap and try to do our best. And they get to the planet Whitefall, which is where this buyer is. They land the ship. Come on down,
But this is where you get his military expertise, because between him and her, they're actually like pointing out, "Oh, this would be a great place for her to put a sniper and all this." So like they already kind of knew what was going on. And
they kind of figure out the situation. They send Jane out to like basically get the snipers that they suspect are already in place for this whole thing. They have this little bit here about testing the earpiece. That's not that funny. And then he's a prick jokester. There you go. And they willingly walk into this trap, thinking that they can get the jump on Patience. They have more patience than patience, perhaps. Then we go back to the ship here. We got the priest. He gets knocked out by Ramon, the lawman.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Who he actually hits Book quite a few times.
He hits him, and then when he's already down and out, he hits him a whole bunch more times. Yeah.
That's how you know he's a bad guy.
That was a bad guy move.
Yeah.
We then head into the whole scene here with Patience and her crew. They all have horses, and they all dress like cowboys. So it was not the whole Western thing.
This kind of reminded me of like there's that episode of Deep Space Nine where they're like probably filming in the same valley, and like they have like they're, I think it's with the Dominion, and
yeah,
kind
Rocks
of
and Shawls, yeah,
Rocks and
that
Shawls.
one, and it also had a very Westworld vibe to it.
yeah,
kind of both those things reminded me of.
right. Well, all the guns are like old timey guns. Like it's got the whole thing is like, except for that's like a modern sniper rifle kind of a weapon, but
Well, no, it's probably a pretty old gun.
This was a cool shot where you just see
him get pulled away,
lining up, and then just yanked.
Yeah, he just
away.
yanks him out, and
Yeah.
I guess he already took out the other sniper. I don't think we see that on camera. Back on the ship, the lawman is going. He's trying to get a signal out to the authorities, but he gets no signal here. It's a crappy signal zone. What's he to do? And then
with AT&T
should have. Anyway, more negotiations here between Patience and Mal. We find out that the cargo is food and medicine and everything else. And then because like we buried the treasure and we'll tell you where it is once you pay us, kind of deal here. Meanwhile, we got Ramon here capturing, what's her character's name? Summer Glau?
River.
and like he takes her hostage here. Just as this kind of thing all kind of bubbles up here with Patience and Mal, as she's about to kill him. He gives back the money, and Eventually, the shooting starts, and we find out that Zoe gets hit, but she'll have a bulletproof vest on, so she'll be okay. And then what else? Oh yeah, a lot of action. Blah blah blah. Zoe's alive because she has a bulletproof vest on. And then I think Mal makes because Patience seems like she's the only survivor from her crew here.
Yeah, and she's trying to get away, and he ends up shooting the horse.
He shoots her horse.
He shot the horse to get to her. Yeah, that was
the only thing I don't agree with. Don't shoot horses.
He doesn't fool around. Mal, he's a cold-blooded killer. Anyway, he sells his merchandise to Patience at sort of gunpoint, but he gets the silver or whatever it was, whatever currency he was looking to get paid in. And then the Reavers come back. The Reavers, I guess, got hungry, and they decided to come back here just as everything's blowing up here with the lawman. There's a fight here between the doctor and the lawman as Wash is getting ready to get the ship going on here. And there's this whole thing about whether or not the doctor can kill the lawman, right? There's kind of he's got the gun, the lawman's down. Meanwhile, we got Mal and Zoe coming back. It was an alien horse, so that makes it okay.
There's no way.
That's what. See, the aliens are here already.
Right. And the doctor doesn't shoot the lawman guy, but then Mal shows up and just shoots him without hesitation. Just walks in.
I love that. Just no negotiation.
Reminded me of
just walked in and straight up shot him. Amazing.
Yeah. The scene with Indiana Jones where he just pulls out the gun.
Yeah, where he's like doing all the sword stuff at him. He just shoots him. Yeah, it was kind of felt like that. Yeah. And they're all like, okay. And then, like, I think Jane and Mal have to pick up the guy and they just toss him out.
They just toss him out.
I love that.
Like, we've had quite enough of you on the board of the ship.
If you're still alive, you won't be happy.
And now they have to try to get away in time before the Reavers catch and do all kinds of unspeakable things to them.
Yeah,
so,
does anybody else want to negotiate?
Negotiate. They go in here and they have to. So, Wash, Alan Tudyk's character, he has to do some fancy flying here, but this requires having Kaylee in the engine room to do some maneuvers or whatever. Meanwhile, Anara is told by Mal that she better hide with the civilians in case these Reavers show up. They need to make a run for it if that happens in the shuttle.
That's the scene where they share a lot of meaningful looks that hints at their backstory.
I suppose, yeah.
I did like these scenes though, like these outside scenes with the ships chasing each other.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
For 2002, it looked all right.
It does look pretty good.
Yeah. For a Fox show, like, it wasn't a big budget show, like compared to what we're used to now. And so, yeah, Kaylee's back in the engine room, but she's too injured from the gunshot still to do anything. So she has to kind of direct the priest and Jane.
But this is a clever way to figure out that the priest really is not what he seems, because Shepard is he's got a military background. He can fight. Obviously,
he knows about ships.
There's way more to him than we know about, right?
Yeah,
I thought that was great for Kelly.
He's Mr. Echo. Yeah, there's a Lost reference for you.
Yeah.
So, anyway, they do the cool
screenshots, fellas.
We're almost there. We're getting to I know we're near the end. He does a cool maneuver.
700 or 800 by now. Yeah.
He has to do a spinny McSpin, and then he's able to get away from the Reavers, and they can't follow it.
He had
a
name for it, but I don't remember what it was.
And since he was able,
Crazy Ivan. It was a
crazy. We're gonna do a Crazy Ivan, and then he goes off to bang his wife right after this. So that was nice.
No, you need to come with me. He's like, gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, please take the helm, Captain, because we need to get it on.
This was cute. I liked Kaylee patting the ship and saying "good girl."
Yeah,
she loves her ship.
Anyway, so then Mal takes over here at the helm for a bit. And then we got a time jump, and then we got Inara and Book in her quarters having a chat.
Yeah, she's tending to one of his
you know,
wounds.
because he was still hurt from getting hit with the pipe. Yeah, but these two are cool with each other. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? I think that's it, right?
No, they just discuss more about.
It was an emotional scene.
Yeah.
She pats him on the head. And then the River is waking up in her bed. The doctor here, trying to help her. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Do we think they're like legit brother and sister, or like Lannister brother and sister?
Oh, they're brother and sister. She's genetically modified though, which we find out later.
Okay, but not Jaime Lannister and Cersei Lannister style.
Not that I remember.
Worldline says these people could use a priest.
We weren't doing that at this point yet.
No. Banging your sister was not fashionable. That would take many years on TV to get there.
It's still not fashionable, Dave.
Well, I'm just saying the Game of Thrones made it all
If you
like a
watch Game
thing.
of Thrones, yeah, it was pretty common.
Okay, it was like a little bit hot on Game of Thrones, but not.
No.
Yeah, not in general. Yeah,
was
I
not.
get it. Yeah, I don't
Indeed.
condone such things, of course. Anyway, and then we got the whole thing here between Jane and Mal at the end. He's like, how much money would it take for you to sell me out? He's like, I don't know, not that more than that guy could offer. Anyway, so watch out for me.
But I like that because that establishes that, he really is just a mercenary for hire. Like,
Yeah.
he can be bought off.
He's not the most like morally upstanding guy. I think we're a bit to believe here.
None of them are.
None of them are.
That's the whole
I guess
No.
none of them are, right? Anyway, so then there's a scene here between the doctor and Mal, and basically Mal, because we think that Mal is going to drop off the doctor and his sister, because even Jane was pushing for this just in the earlier conversation, saying that they're kind of like they're
a
kind of
liability.
they got a lot of heat on them, and maybe we should just drop them off so we don't have them up. But Mal's not so sure. He's like, we need a doctor, and so why don't you stay here, be a doctor, and we
Hang out
can.
here for a while, and then
The best place for you to hide is kind of on the move. So why don't you do that? So I don't know, kind of a mutual deal here, and explains him becoming a main cast member. So there you go. Is that the final scene?
I don't remember.
I got a lot of gazes here on.
Yes, because
it
he's
is.
gazing meaningfully into the future.
Exactly. All right, there we did it, everyone. Screenshots over. So
There you go. Not too bad.
Thank you, Heather, for pulling those.
Captain.
Now I need fun facts. Now I need trivia. What's going on?
I'm ready. Let's go. So, guys, do I get an intro or?
Fun facts with Adam. They're
you.
very fun and they're facts.
There.
Sexy.
All right, let's go. So after the Reavers are introduced, the screen goes to near black before cutting to commercials. Josh Whedon wanted to give the audience time to breathe before being hit with commercials, but a true black screen would automatically cut to ads. So he went with a color that would be as close to black as possible without causing this. Didn't even notice.
No, I didn't
Nope.
notice that either.
Yep.
It's
So
got the
the
typical spots where the commercials would have been, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Marina Baccarin was not the first Inara, actually. It was initially filmed with Rebecca Gayheart as in that role.
Really?
Josh Whedon didn't think that she was right for the role, was not having any chemistry with the other actors. So he decided to replace her, but he shot the scenes with Marina Baccarin just as with no cast members. It was all just done one-on-one. So
Yeah, I wonder
Like-
if he harassed her.
Yeah, well, Marina Baccarin much younger than Rebecca Gayheart, so it would have been a very different performance.
there was actually 2 deleted scenes, believe it or not, in this 1 hour and 30-minute episode. It had an opening scene it showed the aftermath of the Battle of Serenity Valley, Most of the independent soldiers are dead. Mal and the survivors witness a long-awaited arrival of med ships, where Zoe says, "Thank God for the ship's arrival." Mal bitterly asks for whose side is God on. The scene was deleted because the studio wanted a more action-packed opening scene. The scene would have explained, yes, it would have, why Mal, who was seen kissing the cross on his neck during the battle, lost his faith in God. A scene where Simon was taking care of a wounded Kaylee was also there. Book asked, sorry, that was another scene that was deleted. Simon chose to come aboard Serenity, and Simon forget this. This is too convoluted. Just like that whole opening for me.
All right.
I do have some more things here. Just give me a second. This is kind of interesting stuff. All right. So first of all, the reason that this was the pilot, but Fox aired it last, was the executives at Fox felt that this was too slow, and they kind of agreed with that. I think you guys did too. They wanted a more action-heavy episode, which led Whedon to write the train job in just 2 days.
Okay, and that's the episode we're doing next, which Kevin already watched.
Yeah.
Nope.
You watched some
11.
Oh,
I thought this was 11. Okay. This episode won some visual effects awards. It was for the best visual effects for television. Interesting. And we didn't catch this, and I didn't catch it either, but there was a alliance flag bends between the U.S. and China. So
that's why people speak Chinese.
Right.
Yeah. They were speaking Chinese, right? Like, or at random times.
So there was Chinese swearing going on to deliberately go around the censors. So characters frequently curse in Mandarin.
Yeah, and as our very own Jessica Chan pointed out in the chat, it's a little uncomfortable to have the swearing in Mandarin on a show where there are literally no Asian characters ever.
But bigger than that.
Well, there is though. If you actually saw on like the bases that they were on, like that port that they were on, there was tons of Chinese people.
There was extras, but not
there's no main character leads. Yeah,
but I think it was lost on this audience here. Like I don't know.
It wasn't lost on me, but
I was like I noticed that they were speaking a different language at times, but I didn't really and I kind of put it together with I guess Jessica's comment this morning when I was watching it. I'm like, okay, they're speaking.
I noticed it because I had the subtitles on and it just says Chinese, spoken Chinese. And I was like, what? Everybody's white on this. Like, what?
No, but because the alliance is formed with China, it's over the hundreds of years they've progressed.
Well, I remember Blade Runner tried to do that. Well, that well, I think, actually. They did it well.
Good, yeah.
It's better than Frack.
Oh, no. Here. I didn't even bring it up, but they kept saying we're humped. Like that is not better than fracked. For the record,
it is.
Like, you think it's better?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fracked.
They've humped us so hard.
All right,
it's not good either.
Fox hated Zoe and Wash being married. They pushed back on that marriage because it limited romantic possibilities for the characters. Whedon had to fight to keep the relationship intact.
Okay.
Yep. Because even back then, we were racist assholes.
Well, they said it was because they wanted to keep them single.
No, it's because they were biracial.
Is that what? Sorry, did you say that, Adam?
Pardon?
That the studio had a problem with a biracial couple?
No, just the whole idea they were married.
Yeah. I still think it's
because they couldn't do anything with that.
Racism.
Yeah. All right, and then where we go here? Oh, sorry. Finally, I'll leave it here. But the astronaut Stephen Swanson brought Firefly and Serenity DVDs into space on the space station in 2007.
Oh, must be a fan.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the end of our trivia then?
For tonight.
It's
it's kind of
sexy.
Like I'm not engaged just yet in this thing. I'm hoping I become that way.
Murphy and Jody will make sure you are.
I hope so. You kept calling Nathan Fillion. Like Nathan, does anybody else like Nathan Fillion plays Nathan Fillion in every show he's in?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, he doesn't have a ton of range as an actor.
He's not a
like,
big. Yeah, he's not a big range.
That's why he's on shows like The Rookie. And
yeah,
I know him mostly from come on, Santa Clarita Diet. He did a really fun cameo on that.
Oh, yeah.
And he did a fun guest role on Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well. But he's the same. He's the same guy on all of it.
Castle, he was on that show forever, and he was the same guy. Same
he was
hair.
Green Lantern in the new Superman movie last year or whatever that was. And
nobody saw that.
I saw it. I'm going to Supergirl soon.
I was prepared to be fucking disappointed, but all right.
I like the Superman movie, so.
Yeah, but that actress is fucking terrible. But anyway,
she's not. She was on Game of Thrones and everything.
Yeah, she wasn't good on that either.
Who's playing Supergirl?
Her name was. What's her name?
Did you watch House of the Dragon?
No.
No. Well,
oh yeah, that's her. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember her name, but
Jody's already on the hate train, so
I'm already on the hate train. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't reason with him.
But it's also a DC property, which is fucking terrible nowadays.
Not necessarily. I like it.
I like DC property. I mean, the Zack Snyder Justice League was great. Like the long version.
I like the new Superman movie. I don't know. I think so. All right, let's do ratings. Ratings. All
Dave,
right.
this is an 8.8 on IMDb.
I know. I got that. Yeah. So is that what you want to give it, Adam? How about you go first?
I don't even know. I think I want to wait. If I can just wait, because I can't give this a rating.
Can we just take this comment first? Because I really like this comment.
Mm-hmm.
Stargazer says he just wanted to thank Recommending for All Mankind. My wife loves this 1960s space in general, and she agreed to the humor and tried to halfway through the season 1. Now we both love it. Well,
awesome.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
It gets better. It gets so much better.
It only gets better.
It gets better for a while.
The space race, all of it. Season 1 is terrific. Very glad you're enjoying it.
Season 1 to 3 are fantastic.
Okay, I'll go first on ratings if you'd like. Am I judging this as an episode or as a pilot? I guess is my biggest question that I'm going with. But
it's both of those things.
It's both of those things.
It wasn't technically the pilot, so just rate it as an episode.
So if it's just a random 2-hour episode, I don't know.
But it is the pilot.
It's like I guess I can go up to 7. Like that's where I'm willing to go.
Okay, if you want me to give it, I'm going to give a rating. I'm going to give it a 5 because I'm not engaged. It was kind of boring. I'll wait, but
I don't know how I hurt you, Adam, but I hurt you hard. You are not the same man anymore.
Kevin,
not positive anymore.
6.5. I think this show's going to be fun, but I don't think we're going to find a lot of depth here.
Yeah. How about you, Heather?
This is like a 2 for me.
What?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about any of the characters. I don't really care about what happens next. The Serenity could blow up in space for all I care.
Wow.
But I am excited to watch it with all of you, and I hope it does get more fun.
There you go.
I expected more from a captain.
The captain is new Kevin.
New Kevin.
New Kevin Narduzzi. Jeff?
It's like a 6.5.
6.5. Okay. These are all, except for Heather, passing grades, technically. Jody. Mr. Firefly.
Fuck off. It's a good thing we're not rated for children. I'm going to say... I definitely agree with a lot of what you guys have said. However, I also think you're kind of going in with the nastiness that is season 5 of For All Mankind. But anyway, I'm going to go with I'm going to say it's a 7.5. 7.5 is fine. It was entertaining. I enjoyed a lot of the writing.
So in chat we have 9.5 from Jim the Casual. 7.5 for World Mind. Jim says, is that an 8 average for chat? This is the weakest episode of the bunch. All right. 8 for the pilot for me.
Listen, I wouldn't have rated Encounter at Farpoint very well either, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
I just thought it was like a convoluted, what is going on? Can you
Yes.
at least explain a little bit what this world is?
Right.
That was my
Exactly.
But no,
that way too.
But
Yeah,
you
well,
also
maybe
have
we'll-
to remember this was interfered with a lot by Fox, so this isn't even the Blu-ray stuff and everything. Definitely gives you a little bit more insight, like some of the extra stuff. But yeah, it's I don't disagree. I think there is a lot of things that could have been worked on in this episode for sure.
Okay, well, maybe when we watch what's it called, the train job next, maybe we'll get it more. Maybe we'll say, that's actually a pilot, and maybe those executives were right about everything. So
no, they weren't. Anyway,
that's what we will look ahead to. So we're watching the train job next, which is either episode 1 or episode 2, depending on what you want to go by. So look out for that. In that episode, the crew of the Serenity take on a train heist commissioned by a crime lord. They steal the goods, only to find out it is medicine that's desperately needed by the town. That's the
moral
premise.
dilemmas.
Moral
They
dilemmas.
are
everyone.
coming.
I think we've
They're
seen this
coming.
before in many other shows.
Oh yeah, this is
Not like
a new-
this. Not
This
like
is not a new pilot.
not in
it's
this
not a new
space
plot.
western style.
Since you said that, Adam, I would like to mention a couple of you. I think Dave and Jody were like, "Oh, it's an original idea." It is the least original idea. A ragtag group of mercenaries gets together to go.
I think you have the wrong
adventures.
person because I didn't say that.
I didn't say that either.
I might have said it.
I said Dave.
Dave probably
Dave and
said
Jody is who I thought said it.
Yeah, I didn't say that at all.
But like, had it ever been done on a show before this point?
Oh yeah,
Like,
I'm sure.
Because now it's almost like the standard. It feels like, but anyway.
Also,
Yeah,
remember,
but
this is,
That's Star Wars though. The Millennium Falcon is.
but
like
the one thing I
ragtag
will
group of
counter to that,
misfits.
Heather, is you've had 20 years of stuff that's happened since this that you've got to enjoy, and
That is
you
true,
have to
yeah.
remember this show is almost how old is it? It's what
24 years old.
24 years old now. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's you got to remember, Star Trek didn't hit all the notes either.
Mhm.
So,
Well,
yeah.
listen, I'm sorry if hurting any Firefly lovers' feelings with my dislike of it so far.
We'll see where you're at the end.
It's
also
no
thought
Babylon
Kevin
5. I'll tell you that much.
We also thought Kevin would fucking hate Enterprise.
That's right.
and-
It's no Babylon 5.
It's no Babylon 5. I can say with
Yeah,
certainty.
people watch this show.
Did
But
they?
no,
You are the only
Not
one
enough-
that can say that with certainty, Dave.
Yeah,
I can say that.
Yeah,
I watch out.
a few
This
other people
hopefully
in
we're
chat.
setting up the Babylon 5 trivial debates. It might eventually happen
Yes,
soon.
it's gonna
Watch
be
out.
riveting.
Look out for that.
Can't wait
Also,
to not watch it.
on Thursdays we watch Star Trek: The Next Generation. We have a lot less fights there usually.
I don't know about that. Anyway.
And we'll be on this Thursday to talk about Future Imperfect, season 4, episode 8 of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Look out for
See
that.
how Riker screws up this week.
Yeah,
I
Adam.
love this episode.
Yeah, but
can't
this
wait to
episode is
discuss it.
definitely Riker is a complete.
Adam's been on this like Riker is the worst officer on the Enterprise D.
No, that's
thing.
Worf.
Well, it's either Riker or Worf, I guess.
No. I think it's Riker.
It's
I don't know.
Barkley. It's always Barkley.
No, Barkley was he was misunderstood.
Yeah, I think it's Wesley.
He's just the
honestly.
nerd that everybody picked on. That's the thing. We didn't see that part. But.
In Valen's name, thank you. We live for the
Yeah.
one. We
You know
die
what's
for the
awesome?
one.
Only you and him know what that means.
Nobody
Oh, yeah.
gets
Nobody
that
else
reference.
does.
Oh, they get it. I'm in the know here. I'm in the know. I
Yeah.
got it.
You and 6 people.
Uh,
But anyway.
Let's wrap it up, Mr. Bell.
All right, let's wrap it up. Check out Super Mater Brothers podcast if you like Survivor. We've talked all about Survivor over there too.
Isn't that over yet?
It's over.
Yeah, it's over, but
Okay.
it's
But they have to
maybe you
talk
haven't
about
watched
it.
the season. If you haven't seen the season yet, you want some podcasts to accompany it. What could be better than the Super Mater Brothers
I have to
podcast?
watch 49 years of it.
You don't have to. You can just watch the season.
No, they
and
didn't
then-
make 49
They
years.
didn't make
but
49 years of
49
it.
seasons across like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
No.
It's 2 seasons a year, so it's 25 years. Anyway, so check all those things out. All right.
Should've
Well,
just
with
called
that,
it series, but anyway.
I'm calling the game here. We're gonna sign off for
It's a
tonight.
charity, Dave. It's a charity.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time here on Live Long and Podcast. I need this hand to end the podcast. We'll see you next time, everyone, for Firefly. Woo!
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.